What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mixed Martial Arts channel. Today I'm going to talk about the fight everyone wants to see, Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou. This fight needs to happen. So you may be wondering, why does it need to happen? Ngannou has plenty of contenders to choose from at heavyweight. And besides, it seems like the UFC is unwilling to meet Jon Jones' monetary demands. But this is exactly the type of fight the UFC was built on. They are known to put on the fights that fans want to see. This is in stark contrast to boxing, where the biggest fight deals don't always get done, or it may take years to get the big fights done. Mayweather versus Pacquiao comes to mind in this case. But there are many more reasons why Jones needs to fight Ngannou. Johnny Bones Jones often claims he is the greatest MMA fighter of all time, which is a big claim. While the self-proclaimed GOAT of MMA shouldn't be on the sidelines in his athletic prime. He should be in the cage, fighting the best, most skilled, and scariest opponents. Who would be better than Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou's improvements in all aspects of MMA over the past few years would make it very interesting to see whether Jones can succeed in taking Ngannou to the ground, or potentially even in striking with him. And because Jones has some of the best wrestling in all of MMA, he's shown the ability to get anyone down whenever he chooses, even Olympic wrestler and former 2-weight world champion in the UFC, Daniel Cormier. Jones also has some of the most creative techniques on the feet as well, which has shocked viewers and his opponents in the cage from early on in his UFC career. The fight between Jones and Francis Ngannou has even been dangled in front of fans since he vacated his light heavyweight title last year. And why did Jones do this? In order to chase a second belt in the heavyweight division. Jones and Ngannou were even in talks to face one another last summer, but a deal was never made. So they've been on a collision course for a while now. The former light heavyweight champion was also scheduled to face Anthony Rumble Johnson in one of his light heavyweight title defenses a few years ago. But the fight didn't happen either because Jones was stripped of the title due to a hit and run incident that he was in. So he was replaced by Daniel Cormier for a vacant title fight. And the Rumble fight would have been similar to this one, since Anthony Rumble Johnson is also known for his one-punch knockout power, similar to Ngannou. Rumble even dropped Daniel Cormier in their first meeting. Since we haven't seen Jones fight someone like Rumble or Ngannou, he needs to face Ngannou now to prove that he can defeat this type of opponent. And with a win over Ngannou in a division above his natural weight class, it would certainly increase the validity of Jon Jones' claims of greatness. Jon Jones deserves a big fight. He vacated his light heavyweight belt in order to move up to heavyweight. Of all the champions that have moved up a weight class to face the champion above them in a super fight, like Henry Cejudo, Conor McGregor, even Cormier and many others, Jones might be the most deserving. And Ngannou is certainly going to be a massive star in the future. A fight against one of the most dominant UFC champions ever in his first title defense would bring a lot of attention to his next fight. If he can score a big knockout over Jon Jones, he might just become the biggest draw in the UFC right now. So what do you guys think? Is this the fight that you want to see? And if these two incredible fighters meet in the octagon, who do you think would win? Let me know in the comments section down below. And also comment down below who you think is going to win the big fights coming up this weekend, like Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum, the Bellator fights coming up with Corey Anderson and Vadim Nemkov defending his belt, and also Ben Askren versus Jake Paul in a boxing match. Let me know down below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.